to the script. I rip it like a movie ticket. Brand new Deer Deck shit's ridiculous. On my Bronson, fuck that's delicious. Wonton, crispy duck, give a want.
My name is Brandon Stevens. My rap name is Brand New. And my whole entire life, my initials have been BS. So I've always been full of shit. So I decided I'm gonna spit some bullshit. So I became a rapper. Yeah, so right now, the project I'm working on, I'm super excited about. I'm collaborating with Young Z of The Outsiders, and we're putting together an album called The Bros. So recently, I was blessed with the opportunity to go on tour for 5 days with Full Blast Bookings Tour for Life. It was 100% of the proceeds went to mental health and suicide prevention awareness. There were 5 headliners, a bunch of dope opening acts and MCs, and Z was there all 5 days. So we rolled on tour, we met a bunch of dope people, saw a lot of talent, and we said, what if we just made like an all-star compilation project of the bros that we met on tour and all these other artists, you know, in the local network. So we made an announcement last Sunday, and within minutes, people ding, 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 ding. Like both of our IGs were nonstop all day long. Artists DMing, I need to get a spot on the bros. Do you need beats? We sat there for hours shopping beats and freestyling the beats. And we have the first 4 beats picked. The first single that's coming out has Rod Digga on the hook. Z's got a ridiculous verse on there. And we got a couple other dope artists submitting their verses already. And the project is gonna be full of bars. So I'm super psyched about this project. We're gonna shoot videos. We're gonna have a bunch of, so it's big things popping. I've always had a musical background. I got into instrumental music in 4th grade. I played clarinet for a number of years, and then I picked up the saxophone. I was in concert band and jazz band. And probably around, so my parents were very overprotective. They were always looking out for me. They always wanted, you know, me to do my best and everything, but there was a lot I couldn't do growing up. Like they were very, you know, as good parents should, they needed to know who my friends were. They wouldn't let me go certain places, do certain things, listen to certain type of music. So like, you know, rap, anything with curses in it, that was not allowed. Like they were tight in the house. Like if I said, that sucks, like I didn't even see the slap coming. Like that was foul language, you know, that was unacceptable. So I was probably, I don't know, 5th grade maybe. And my best friend growing up, Scott, he had a sister that was in high school when we were in 5th grade. So she was always out and about doing high school shit. And we would go through her room and listen to her NWA albums and her Snoop Dogg Doggy Style album, whatever year that dropped, I can't remember. That's how old I, like that, the dog, and I remember we had a sleepover at Scott's house, and we would wait until midnight when we knew his mom was asleep. We would put the tape in the tape box. One of us would listen with headphones while the other one would post at the door to make sure no grown-ups were coming. This is like how like bad it felt that we were listening to this, but I loved it. Like I heard Automobile by Eazy-E and I was like, what the fuck? Like people make songs like this? Like I couldn't believe it. It blew my mind. And then Doggy Style and Snoop and just that whole West Coast vibe, like it was awesome. So I started to get into hip hop, but like, I don't know, I was kind of like a goody-goody growing up. Like I graduated 5th in my class in high school. I'm an Eagle Scout with the Boy Scouts of America, varsity soccer, varsity track. I was vice president of my class. Like my transcript in high school is a mile long, like honor society and all this shit. And so I didn't really feel comfortable like claiming hip hop as my own for a long time, because I almost felt like I was like faking because I didn't grow up on it. Like even though I got into it like 5th, 6th, 7th grade, like in high school, like people that when Wu-Tang came out, when Wu-Tang Forever came out, when like the 36 Chambers dropped and everything, like I was young when that came out. So, but when Wu-Tang Forever came out, I was in high school and I saw the like older kids wearing Wu wear, and like I heard some of the songs and I was like, I actually legitimately like this shit. And I got one of those like Columbia House memberships where you get like a fuck ton of CDs for a penny, and it was all hip hop. And I got all my first hip hop albums from that. And I got lost in it and I loved it. And then, my timeline might be a little off of some of these years, but then when Eminem's album came out, I was sitting in school, I was probably a sophomore, maybe a junior. I was sitting at the kitchen table eating breakfast. I'm eating a bowl of cereal. I got MTV on, and Hi, My Name Is comes on. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, it blew my mind. And I was like, all right, you know, MTV plays the same videos like 100. So I saw it later that afternoon. And then my neighbor was like, yo, did you see that Hi, My Name Is video? I'm like, yeah, this fucking guy's crazy. He's like, let's go to the mall. I just got my license. We'll go. So we drove to the mall. We got the Slim Shady, you know, EP, and came back. And I listened to that thing all the way through from start to finish. And then I fell asleep to that album every night for months. Like, I was like, that was the album for me where I was like, I want to do this myself. Like, I'm a writer. I've always been great at creative writing, and I can write essays and papers, and I was in AP English, no, not AP, honors English and all that stuff. But that album, I was like, yo, I want to make words rhyme like that in a funny way, and like just be dope like that. And that's when I started. I started writing raps when I was like 15, 16, maybe around sophomore year in high school. Started performing in talent shows. Started to do anything I could to like just be musical and show people, I guess, that I could do hip hop too. To show myself, really. Everyone else was digging it, but I guess it took me a while to believe in myself. I got to a point recently where I realized that all the idols that I have in hip hop and just in the world, they've never arrived anywhere. Like, in my eyes, that's Snoop. He performed at the Super Bowl. Like, or that's like, but my idols that I look up to, they never stop. They always, what's the next project? What's the next collaboration? What's the next product I'm gonna endorse? What's the next thing I'm gonna host? What's the next collaboration and networking? How am I going to use my gifts artistically in a way that's good for me, but also good for the world? And I got to a point in my own journey where I realized, like, there's no difference between me and my idols. Like, I'm doing the same exact thing. They were me then. And when people told them, stop, get a real job, or X, Y, and Z, like, they didn't. They kept going, they kept believing in themselves, and they just kept doing what they knew they were, you know, gifted at and what felt good to them. And if I'm just working hard to make somebody else's dreams come true and barely making enough money and then having no energy for my own creative projects, like, that drains me. And I finally got to a point, I got laid off unexpectedly a few months ago, and I was like, I'm either gonna have to get a shitty job that I hate, or I can just ride unemployment out for a little bit and just do this music thing 100%. And I was out here, I hadn't smoked weed in like a month, and it was a full moon. I'm really into astrology and stuff too. It was a full moon. I came out here, I smoked weed for the first time in a few months, and I was actually hot, like really high. And the full moon was there, and I was standing right over there with my wife at midnight, and I felt like I was on a stage. I felt like the moon was a spotlight at the back of the house, and I was on the stage, and I felt like I was giving an acceptance speech, like I had won like a lifetime achievement award just for being who I was. And I realized, like, and I started to talk to Andrew. I was like, I'm trying to be this, I'm trying to be that, but I'm a rapper, and rappers have to rap, and I don't rap, and I sit in the house and I'm sad all the time, and I just fucking think about money and all this shit. I drink and I smoke and I do all, but I'm not happy because I'm not rapping. Like, I just had this epiphany, this moment, and from that moment on, I was like, every unemployment check I get, I'm picturing this as payment for my music, and I'm gonna just dive into it. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna invest in myself as an artist. I'm gonna take my money, and instead of pissing it away at Wawa, I love Wawa, don't get me wrong, sponsor me, I'm there every day, 3 times a day, but still, I piss away a lot of money at Wawa, and decided what I'm gonna do is take some money, I'm gonna pay for a feature with Young Z. I'm gonna get a legend on one of my tracks. I'm gonna have a piece of living artwork that will last the test of time, because music is a collect, and it's also gonna pay dividends because people are gonna actually listen to me, who the fuck is brand new, no one gives a shit. But Young Z, oh, I'll give this dude a listen, right? It's gonna get me in front of a whole new audience. So once I started to invest in myself with actual money and funds, things started to happen, right? I decided to do this tour for life. Met a ton of new artists. You know, Z and I came up with this idea for this album now. So it's like, if I could say one thing to people, it's a lot of stuff because that's how I am, long-winded, but it's always fucking follow your dreams. Don't ever quit, because I made it. I'm here. I'm the same as Snoop. I'm the same as Wu-Tang. I'm the same as these people because they never quit. And I never quit, right? When they told me to quit, I didn't. That's when I made it. And now they eat Richard for lunch. They eat a dick. So just keep going. Do what you love. Do what makes you happy. Do what inspires you. Do what you're passionate about. Follow that, because what feels good is the answer. If it feels bad and you're anxious and you're depressed and all that shit, that's your avatar telling you that you need to make some fucking changes. And the best way that I've ever felt in my life is when I'm following and living my dreams. Not when I'm trying to fit into some shit for somebody else to make them happy. So love yourself first and foremost. Take care of yourself. Set boundaries. Exercise. Drink your water. Smoke your medical cannabis, and use your medicinal mushrooms as needed. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Tea, sir, and weed is our medicine.
Flow in on an ocean of emotion. Flow in on an ocean of emotion.
Floating for now, hope I don't drown. Floating so high that I'm scared to look down. Floating for now, hope I don't drown. Floating so high that I'm scared to look down. Floating so high, I'm scared to look down. Handcuffed in the back of a squad car. Street cred, now I can be a rap star. I don't gotta act hard, never been behind bars. One arrest under my belt, now I'm at large. And the hardest
New
part
phone.
of that charge
Who
is...
this? I don't know you. Who this? New phone. New phone. Who this? I don't know you. Who this? New phone. Come on, y'all. You think you know me? Guess again, little brother. You don't even know yourself. How you gonna know another? You think you love me? Guess again, motherfucker. You don't even love yourself. Ugh. And it is really all about self-love, is it not? Shout out to my man who produced this track, Cinema, with an S. It's your boy Brand New, on the boat. Boats and hoes. Boats and hoes. Look out for the bros coming soon. A Young Z Brand New collaboration. A compilation of dope MCs from across the nation, but mostly East Coast, to be fair. I smell gas.
Rhyme spitter, wine sipper, dime tipper. You not fucking with this like my sister. Step, if you wanna wreck your rep, bet. Collect debt like the feds, I get bread. I don't really have a reason to rap, but this fat butt slut with a gut said I'm mad good. And who am I to disappoint fans? Simple to the point, like the pencil in my hands, I'm the shit. Number 2, that's what I do. Only time I'm number 1, standing next to you like TV. Ha! Seeing is believing. The P leaking out this prick is B. Stevens. Yes, I be leaving with eats and treats and doggy style Scooby snack bags for weeks. If they wanna check on the freshness and quality, it's Brand New in the wise boy Ptolemy. All I wanna do is rap and get at it. The hip hop ink addict is back at it. Catnip to rap kittens after ass licking. Keep a mag mittens for passionate ass kicking. Unmixed, I don't give a shit what it sounds like. My whole life probably broken down to a soundbite. Vegetarian, human American Carolyn. Door to door, blaring a Mary and not Karen.
That seemed to go over well on tour.
Oh, you did that on tour?
Yeah, it was cool. I did the same set for 5 days in 5 different states, and I opened up with a different a cappella each day, but other than that, my set was pretty much the same, and it was in front of a lot of the same dudes that were compiling for, you know, the Bros album, and they were just there 5 days, and by the end, like, people knew some of the words, and they were finishing, you know, it was awesome. It was like 5 short days on tour. I felt like I met like friends for life that I've known for my whole life. Like, it's cool.
The thing is, you wait a month for the tour to finally get here, and you get here and it's over. That fast.
Right. So I went to college, I met some rap people, I joined a record label, I was doing my thing for a little while, like independently. And then, you know, somewhere along the line, I came out of different seasons of taking this art form seriously. Where like, this is my career. There was a time in my life where I lived with two people that I had a record label with. From the time we opened our eyes to the time we went to sleep at night, it was what are you and we and us doing for the label? What contact did you make? How are we furthering our shared vision? And I loved it. And then a series of events happened. I, you know, parted ways with those guys, and I moved on. And I kind of just like forgot my dreams a little bit. And I kind of like woke up in this world of like, well, I have to have a job. I have to, you know, now I'm married. I have 2 kids, and you know, we have 2 cars. I have to do payments, and you know, you just like, it was a nice dream being an MC and getting paid for doing what you love and traveling the world and making people happy by living out your dream. Like, that's nice, but that's for other people, probably not for you. And I was miserable because I was trying to fit myself into a square box, and I'm not a square. Like, I felt like a square my whole life, but I'm not. I'm just fucking whatever I need to be in the moment. And that's when it dawned on me, like, I've always been trying to be something external in order to feel okay. And I made a shift that I'm already okay, regardless of how the external manifests. And I can do whatever I want. And what do I want to do? And that's when I realized, like, I love hip hop, and I love rapping, and I love performing, and I love speaking, and I love connecting people and making people have shared experiences, whether it's hosting a meal at my house or inviting people over or a concert or whatever. Like, I love that shit. And once I stepped into alignment with that, everything fell into place immediately. Everything fell into place immediately. And that's what I realized. I got a tattoo on my face. It says, I'm art. And to me, once I stopped trying to be something, like, art isn't anything. Art is just created. Somebody created art. Whether it's a freestyle, whether it's a painting, whether it's a sculpture, this is some art somebody created. You could say it's good. You could say this sucks. That's not art. You can say whatever you want about it, but the fact is, it exists. And the judgment that the user puts on it is completely subjective. And once I realized that, I realized I'm created. I'm creation. Look at all this shit. So, I'm here. Something created me with a purpose, and I'm not good and I'm not bad. I just am. I'm art. And if you like it, cool. If you don't like it, that's cool too. There's plenty of other art you can look at. But you damn well recognize I'm art, and you're probably gonna get some kind of reaction from me. You're gonna like me or you're not gonna like me immediately. I'm art. And that's it. I'm gonna say some shit sometimes. I'm gonna do some shit that maybe you might not like, that maybe I might not like. I drank too much yesterday. I woke up feeling guilty. You know what? Does that take away from my value as a father, as a husband, as a human? No. We all make choices. We all make, you know, our choices in life, and it is what it is. I'm not good or bad. I just am. And I love that today. I love to just be art. That's actually the next project I'm working on, my solo album. It's called I'm Art. I have the cover art picked out for it and everything. It's a watercolor that my buddy did. He's a fine painter, and he did a watercolor for me. That's probably gonna be the cover. So, still, we got a lot of dope shit lined up. I'm real excited. Once I stepped into alignment, life just said, hi, I've been waiting for you. Here's all this fucking dreams and everything that you've always wanted. Bloop! Like, immediately, almost. They were like, you were faced over here, but all the stuff you wanted was here. That's why it felt so bad going that way. And then once I was like, boop, every fucking thing I needed and wanted is right there.
Ease on a boat. Nothing makes it better than these on a boat. Chicken with onions and tomatoes cooked on a boat. So fucking good.
With your friends?
More
Cheers.
lips than a litter of kittens just from spitting. Got 'em all cussing and bitching. I'm just trying to eat, dog, sweet and sour chicken. All the lights on, the signs say go fishing. All the right wrongs, I ain't hole licking. Call this pipe bomb thread in, let's go kick it. Waffle House time, sides of fried chicken. Tricks under my arm like a magician.